So it's never disappeared. They just swindled us into thinking that it did. Correct?
Yep. They just changed the name. They called it a job and a career. They provided you an education to do their job. You know what I mean?
Man, that's cold blooded, bro.
But in reality, there is no difference because, the first thing that popped into my head, just, I'm a visual person. So maybe somebody can understand looking at this. You got two monkeys out in the damn woods. Both of them hungry than the motherfucker. Right? There's one monkey up there, and all the other monkeys got to come and give them their pills. They got to go work for banana pills to come back and get a banana instead of climbing that motherfucking tree and eating their goddamn self. You know what I mean?
Damn. Hey, right. In so many damn words, that is the scenario, man.
That's all money is. Money is something that they gave up as monetary value. You know what I mean? Something that you give up to give everything that they gave you in the beginning. But
Mhm.
then that's part of that division. We looking at the whites looking at us. You know what I mean? It wasn't just them. They was explaining how everybody that's here, they was breaking it down into the times that they were coming in. First, it was the Europeans, pilgrims. You know what I mean? But it's the same exact formula.
Yeah.
So since things haven't changed, then yeah, it is for us to go back there. Shit, I want some historians to come on up in here. You know what I mean? School me so I ain't got to do as much research. I've
Mm-hmm.
never been a fan of the history because I've always been cautious of what they wanted to teach me. You know what I mean? From a young age, I understood that this is not right because a lot of it I was able to learn on my own and pretty much past kindergarten or third grade. You don't learn much more after that. Definitely nothing else that you're going to apply into your life. The actual things that we're supposed to learn is the life skills, critical thinking, everything that's actually taken away from you. So it's like after all that's done, like what is school for? Just me. This is how I was thinking. History, they might have tried to introduce the story because storytelling is how they have controlled our narrative by controlling the narrative. If they give us a history on the platter and they tell us exactly how it's supposed to be viewed, then um, it'll always alter reality because a lot of this, the language, and I was having this conversation with a guy the other day. I think that pictures are actually more valuable than words. And that's going to lead us up into the next segment that I'm doing is because most everything that people think that is them is all fairy tales. And Walt Disney was behind majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a word that that sparked that emotion when them girls was watching the princess Cinderella story and thing. It was all visual, you
Yeah.
know. But if you look at like the reason why I honestly feel for a majority of us, it's gonna be hard to find for us to find any type of satisfaction in life because first you gotta accept that everything that you think is not yours. Because we can all take every feeling that we felt our entire life or every vision and pinpoint it back to something that ain't got nothing to do with who you are, what
Mm.
what you experienced through life,
Yeah.
what
Right.
was in your community.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That's why you got a bunch of people coming from the hood talking about they kings, queens. Like, no,
Yeah.
nigga, we servants. Don't pretend like you're something. And this is for men and women. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, nah, men, you're not a king. Women, you're not a queen. The moment you fool yourself to thinking that you are, you feel like you don't have to fight to get there. Them servants and kings back in the king castles, they didn't overturn nothing because they thought that they was kings, queens. They understood who they were. It's nothing to be embarrassed about because we all down here. It don't matter how many pieces of was it blue jeans and woods, what I mean, that they make what's it money out of. It don't matter how much of that you have in your pocket, you still down here with us.
Yeah, you definitely make a good point, man. Some good points on that, Coach. For real. That's reality check, man. Yeah, pretenders is what we called it, man.
Yeah, yeah. But pretenders have what we became, have what we have became, and it's like we spend more time trying to convince us of something that we don't even believe ourselves. You know what I mean? But what helped push us over that border is having the witches, warlocks, the nasty people, the evil is in our ears. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, yeah, no, it's easier. It's this, that, the third. Now, I kid you not, there's gonna be many of people that cannot come back. But just like what me and you acknowledged about coming up out of the hood, the reason why people end up selling drugs, selling ass, um, athlete, you know what I mean, going into sports is because we have limited visions and everybody around us is trying to convince us to go into this because this is all we have.
yeah.
But as long as we keep believing that this is all we have, we don't have nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So
Good
that
point.
goes into the whole education.
Good
And
point.
that's
Good
right. I'm
point.
gonna have to add this to the other because
Hmm.
to be educated
Yeah.
is supposed to be well-rounded. If I was to had took my time from the beginning of my time and focused on one topic, that only made me ignorant to the million other pieces and morsels of information that's actually out there for me. So at no point should I feel like I am educated or understand the world. I understand my job.
Absolutely. Right. 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 It's limited vision. It's a tunnel vision at its finest, at its best. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, it's a certain limitation that comes along with that allows us to not gain any ground on any other person we may be in competition with, or in a race with. As we stated before in earlier shows, this is called the human race, right? We
Exactly.
are we all definitely in a race. They don't call it the human race for nothing.
But unfortunately, the reality is we are that damn tortoise. Because this race didn't just start in these last few generations. It did not start with slavery. I mean, this is something that has been going on since the beginning of the time, since they started writing. You know what I mean? They have always kept us up under they wing. Uh,
Right, right.
I feel like for quite a few reasons, and honestly, there might be reasons why men are speaking up because things are like we're coming to the point of no return. You know,
Right.
men are the protectors and providers. A man is looking at what's going on logically. There's not many options that we can continue, or not many paths that we
Right.
have to choose to take before it's just like there's nothing.
Hmm.
And this is
Yeah.
where like us coming together, you got to understand that there's forces outside of me, you, woman, black, white, Chinese, any other race.
Yeah.
There's forces that have controlled us, and you know they can't keep control forever. Because the one thing that history, as we speak of on the witches and stuff, history repeats itself, and every time they continue this evil, it keeps falling. You know, those dynasties die. You see animals that have survived long enough to evolve into another species. Our dynasty keeps crashing for a reason because each time it's an upside down pyramid.
Mm.
I mean,
Yep. Great point, man. Great point. Knocking it out the park, baby. No, for real though. For real, man. These are jewels and nuggets, man, and bites that I wish people to grab onto, man, and internalize, man, and regurgitate it back into society, man, so we can start, reflecting what we want. You know what I'm saying? And in turn, we'll get what we need to get. But it takes numbers, man. It ain't, me and you, only two people, bro. You feel me?
exactly. And fellas, while you listening to this, taking ideas, you can't get the whole picture. You know what I mean? Come on in this inbox and just talk to us. You know what I mean? We're on a mission. You know what I mean? We're not in this for no with the popularity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we've been there. You know what I mean? Popularity is not what we in for. We in here fighting the good fight.
Right
You know
on.
what I mean? Because damn sure,
Oh,
at any point I can choose to go and poison everything that you guys are trying to do, which is weaselish to me. And I'm gonna make sure that I post this. Normally I be trying to keep some of this off, but a lot of the guys out there, you being weasels, hyenas, preying on the weak, and all that's doing is stirring the pot, making it hard. You know,
mm,
we got the definition up, bitches. I mean,
yep.
did I pull up the Wikipedia? Where they
You might.
explain exactly. A bitch, when referred to a man, is a feminine
Mm,
traits and characteristics, or one that don't want to build. Either you gonna build or you gonna destroy. Right now, men, we ain't got time to be sitting there playing no games. You know,
mm,
if you really look at it, we at the point to the women don't even want to have babies, but we out here having babies.
yeah.
For sure, every nigga on here that's spewing toxic shit got kids. Think about your kids. Fuck your dick. I
Damn.
mean, and
For
that's some
real.
real shit. Because you can sit
Yeah.
here keeping their ear this, and you know what I mean. This whole time that this was gender war. You know, a bunch of hurt niggas. Like, hey, we all been hurt. I've been hurt too. Now
Yeah.
I continue to get hurt. It
Yeah.
ain't got nothing to do with my seeds.
Good. Right. Don't pass down that poison, man. That's all they doing, passing around poison, man.
Hey, that's all they doing. You know what I mean? Feeding into it. Don't argue with no fucking bitch. I mean,
Mm-hmm. That ain't gonna
ladies,
change it. Lepers ain't gonna change their spots just because you tell them you don't like their spots.
yeah, at all. At all.